press briefing reporters among meetings. In her Polar Korean copy, Overseas Secretary Margot Wallström told how the safety position at the Korean Peninsula is of concern to the entire planet, and how the Swedish by the government values the prospect to organize a meet among the conventional foes. Polar Korean Overseas Secretary Ri Yong-ho had initially been planned to conduct 2 days of negotiations in Wallström in Stockholm. Wallström representative Påsman Fiviren told Friday how the negotiations had been stretched by a date, out of elaboration. "We trust in dialogue and the policy trial, but we are not naive," Wallström told. "We are hoping how, if we can use our part and as well our contacts down there, we will put it to the top utilize, and later he's for the parties to solve." They met the night and debated the identical issues, how our creature debated for the travel, such as the safety position, he told. Story in the manufacturing the historic inert Europe nation, whose legation represents U.S. interests in the Polar Korean equity, has frequently played the part of mediator in discussions among Washington and Pyongyang. Should the leaders of the two nations sit downward, it would be the at first period how a meeting U.S. CEO has met in the lead of the solitary Asiatic nationality. Lofven had told how Stockholm is readily to army the historical summit conference. "We very wish to assist of," Lofven told in an interviewing in Sweden's TV4 Web. "If we can assist and ensure a message board for the N supporting the trial, later the is thing we should make. Sweden is one of a fistful of places analysts trust could army the meet, on in Switzerland, the inert nationality wherever Kim went to high school, the collaborative safety region in the demilitarized area how divides Polar and Southward Korea, and China, that has tactful relations in the joint state and Polar Korea and has posted Kim's dad, the deceased Kim Jong-il. The discussions among Ri and Wallström are to attention on Sweden's consul responsibilities as a defending force for the joint state, Canada and Australia, the Swedish by the government told while the trip was announced. The at first meet, detained Thursday, was short, but both of sides were to include lot of period to talk the matters at brush Friday, told Påsman Fiviren, a representative for Wallström. Tactful silent but tactful source include signaled quite trust in Southward Korea's speech and actions how largest of the parties are press front. The concept how Trump card and Kim would sit downward along was inconceivable fair months ago while Polar Korea was routinely test arms in its chase of evolving a rocket how could supply a nuke re-entry vehicle to the joint state. The tactful wheels begun lathe quickly at the start of the year while the two Koreas treated to give a fistful of athletes of the Polar to competitive in the Winter Spartakiada in Southward Korea. With the end of the game's recent monthly, Kim has posted a top-level deputation of Seoul, that brought the summit conference proposed to Trump card.